This gold market has been pushing up for the past 2 weeks, and I know for some of you it has been hard to catch some moves, and for some of you who follow this analysis, it has been great catching moves this past week. And what I want to talk about is how last week we set these profit targets of 4,100 roughly, and 4,200 and 4,300, and all of these were hit. I was not expecting this top one. So the fact that we created a new high in the market once again this week, I want to go over my entries, my exits, and my profit target zones for the gold market for this week. So as I clean up some of this information here, you can see that the plan basically played out. We were looking for a deeper retracement here, but the market didn't give it. And sometimes it's just like that. But price did kind of give a tiny pullback, but then it continued to push up and then giving a pullback around this level, and around this other level that I called out around 4,100, 4,200, 4,300. So let's see what happens for this week. And starting on the weekly time frame, we can just see nothing to really draw here. Basically, we could just see price just pushing up pretty much every single week ever since a couple months ago. So now we do have a little bit of exhaustion that we ended the week with. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a deeper pullback on gold before continuing up, or what's going to happen, especially because now it looks like NFP is going to be released next month instead of this month. I'm talking about October's NFP data. So it'll be really interesting to see. And I wonder if the market is pricing that in as well, because right now we just don't know. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and obviously gold pushes up when there's a lot of uncertainty inside of the market. So if we want to make sense of this data here, we have to go down to the daily time frame, and we can see very clearly here. Let's clean up some of these levels. We can see very clearly that we have a clear resistance here. Now, looking at the resistance here doesn't mean it's going to act in the same way, but we have to wait to see what's going to happen on Sunday when the market opens up here in the United States. But for right now, we have this resistance. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to draw another level. Let me just clone this right here. I'm going to draw another level right at this resistance point. It's kind of hard to do because there is a little gap up here, but we will refine on lower time frames. I'm going to just place it right here around 32.29 for now. And looking at the rest of the data, actually, let me clean up some of these other levels here. Since we have price kind of just moving up in a straight line, I don't want to get rid of these other market structure points that I put on this time frame because they have been holding. So I have this up here at around, let's just say 30, or actually, let's just say 43.30. And next we have this level that we drew last week, roughly at 4,300 even. We will move that. And then we do have another level around 4,200 roughly. And then another level around 41, almost 25. And then this yellow level here is around 4,055. And then this other level right here at 39.48. And then I'm not going to call out anything below this level because, as you can see, this is a lot of price action, but this level is roughly around 38.95. So let's go to the H4 time frame so we can get a lot more data, and we're going to clean up this level. So this level, like I said, we're going to move it up, and now it's sitting at 30, let's just say 43.70, and that is looking good there. But this level right here, it looks a little interesting. I'm going to leave it for now and see if something makes a lot more sense on H2 time frame. This level, I'm going to adjust it slightly down. So now this level is sitting at 42.04, not much movement here. And then the same for this level here, because we do see some support within here, but I want to bring this level down a little bit because we do have a support here, and this level is sitting at 41.20 really nicely actually, and this level is still looking good. Cool. So actually I don't need this alert anymore. Price is far gone from this area, so we can get rid of that. Okay, cool. So I like the way that it's looking on the H4 time frame. Let me save my work. And if you're looking to get started inside of the markets, then you want to definitely check out the Trading Launchpad. And this is for people who are newer in their journeys. They want to understand the foundations and get a strong grasp on that information before moving to something more advanced. In this program, you can start trading confidently in 30 days or less, because I do walk you through step by step the things that I've done. I've also included a lot of different things that have helped me get started inside of the market, inside of this program. And then also you get to talk to me once a week inside of this program in order to get live feedback. And that's something that I know a lot of other programs out there are not offering. So go ahead and check this out. This is at thetradinglaunchpad.com. And if you're looking for more advanced help, you want to go from maybe from the basics all the way to take in trades consistently and profitably, then you want to join the Profitable Traders Academy. This is going to be basically the entire enchilada that is going to help you become that consistent profitable trader that you are looking for. So if you're interested, you can sign up here on the website or schedule a strategy call with our program advisor only for this program. Do not call or do not set up a call for anything else, but just for the Profitable Traders Academy, just so that way we can see how we can help you and if it's a good fit. And people have joined this program this past month and already are seeing some progress. So I want the same thing for you. So definitely check that out. So going back to the chart, let's go ahead and go down to the H2 time frame. So now we can see these levels a lot clearly. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All right, so we do see this nice run up right here. We do have the levels sitting quite nicely right here. So I like the way that that's looking. Everything is looking good. This, I think I do want to push it up a little bit. Let's push this up to 43.12 because we do have a support here. And this was basically a break of structure on a higher time frame. So, and we can see that price did come back to this previous level of support. So that is also giving us some clues as to what the market is wanting to do. And we did end this particular period with a bullish engulfing here on the H2 time frame. So really interesting to see what price will do on Sunday as to whether or not it will gap up. We don't know. We will see. Let's go down to the H1. So now that we're here on the H1 time frame, I do want to adjust this just a little bit, making this a little bit bigger. We have a resistance here. We have a higher resistance here. Since this is the most recent, I do want to push this up. So let's go ahead and put this right at 43.78. And this is the height of the market. You can see roughly it's at the height. The height was at 43.79.22 for the XAU market. And I want the resistance to be right there because if price breaks above, then obviously there's an opportunity for it to push higher potentially. So that is looking good. This is also looking good. I do see support, some sort of tap. And then this, I do want to, let's see how it looks if I move it up. Yeah, I want to move it up because right now on this side, we do have a resistance. So this resistance is going to be at 43.17. Okay, cool. There are some other levels that we can draw within here, but I don't want to make my charts too messy. Feel free to do that on your chart, but this is still looking pretty great. So I like the way this is looking here on the H1 time frame. And I do want to come up with my game plan for this upcoming week. So obviously price did a really steep retracement here. A lot of people have been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. I'm still in a gold trade that I have had for the past couple of weeks. And as you can imagine, the profit is looking really nice. So I'm thinking I may want to take some profits on this and then look to see how much it's going to retrace so that way I can look for another entry, but I'll have that profit on the side, which I'm looking forward to doing. So we shall see there. But basically, the fact that price came back to the support and it also formed another support here, then I'm kind of looking at, price here is looking like it may come back up here. And then I don't know what it's going to do, but we are in a bullish market. So I'm looking for buys. I'm not looking for sells at this point at all. And my game plan here, let me mark this off. So my first idea would have been right here. So price already broke above this level. So since it did that with this candle, I'm looking for a potential push up from here, from around here, all the way up to this resistance here. And that's going to be roughly 763 pips inside of the market. That's more than enough room for everybody to eat on that for sure. If you hold that move and if we drag this over to the left, we can see that price is somewhat lining up here. And that's also looking good. Also, if I was interested in a short-term short, then it could be potential somewhere down here. But for me, that's going to be risky, especially because we do have some sort of level of support right here. Every other week, I get some sort of comment on these videos asking about shorts. And for me, it's just not what I'm looking to do at this point. Yes, this is a pullback. And yes, there was an opportunity for a short, but that's not something that I'm looking for at this time. And right here, we can see that there was a support. And we do also see the fact that price tapped into this and then reject it. So this is kind of an interesting area right here in terms of price bouncing off. You can see that it bounced off several times before continuing to make this massive move. So if somebody did try to short here, it was not good for them for sure. Hopefully they cut their losses as quickly as possible. But this is basically what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that move and then obviously a continuation up to the previous high at least. So for the past few weeks, I have been giving you projections further out using Fibonacci, and this week is no different. Let's go ahead and go to the H4 time frame just because it's easier for us to fit in more candles. And I'm going to pick a level. Actually, I'm going to pick it a little bit lower this time, like right here to here. And then my next projection level is going to be right here, because week after week after week for the past couple of months, it's just been making all-time highs. So I want to plan for this upside as well. And I'm glad that I did, because I was able to capitalize on it this week and week before last. So let's see what next week does. But my two levels are going to be right here. The first one is going to be at 44.59, and then the next one is going to be at 45.77. And of course, price could come all the way up to this level right here at 46.67. Now, this is sounding high, I know, for a lot of people, but the market has been showing us, at least the gold market has been showing us week after week, and now 2 months in, that there's a lot of momentum behind here. It looks like definitely people took profits, but who knows? I just want to be prepared, and right now, not looking for shorts at all. And for this here, let me just get rid of this fib because I want my charts to be clean. But this is my analysis for this upcoming week. If you found this video helpful, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this video with other traders, because you know that there are people in your circle that may be struggling with the charts, and these videos are definitely going to help them be able to do that. So go ahead and share this video with people that you know, people that you are trying to help become a better trader, and I will see you in the next video.